Hi guys, it's JLite here, and today is a part 2 of me reacting to my friends' unpopular K-pop opinions. I hope that you stay respectful in the comments and you don't bash me or my friends for their opinions, and I hope that you can share your opinions down below. And these opinions I'm going to say whether I disagree or agree with it. I'm not going to be just saying random things. I'll be actually analyzing the opinions as I said in part 1, and I'm giving my own opinions whether I agree or disagree. So I hope you enjoy the video and I hope that you sub to me and I hope that I can reach 100 subs before the end of 2021. Thank you and let's go. So the first opinion is if you sexualize an idol, it does not mean you're a hard stan. I've never actually seen this online or in real life or experienced it amongst K-pop fans, except for this one channel named Spit K-pop who sexualizes idols, and the channel is basically making compilation videos of idol sexy moments and posting them online. They have done a lot of people. They have done Nancy. They have done a lot of female idols and stuff, and they sexualize female idols. The only reason I know about this channel is to Spike Lee Rion. I don't know how to pronounce her name, Spike Leon. So thanks to her for giving me the knowledge about this channel. And so I only know that that channel sexualizes idols. I never actually experienced it in person or amongst K-pop fans. But I completely, wholeheartedly agree that if you sexualize idols, it does not make you a bigger stan, because of the fact that just because you sexualize idols, you go like, oh my god, he has a big banana, and or she, the K-pop idol, has big breasts or whatever. That does not make you a higher or a hard K-pop stan just because you sexualize idols and you do this. Being a hard K-pop stan is like standing completely a group and following everything about them, knowing everything about them, from their birth dates to their favorite food, like something that is not Sasang like behavior, but you're still a complete K-pop fan of theirs. You wouldn't want to hurt them, but you know everything about them. That's what being a hard stan is. A hard stan is not sexualizing idols by saying how big they are down under, how big their private parts are, or how big their breasts are, or stuff like that. That's just completely stupid and out of proportion. And yes, the Stray Kids fan cam I used, it's not even in relation to the opinion. I just wanted to use a fan cam of a random group, so I picked Stray Kids. Anyway, sexualizing idols does not make you a hard K-pop stan or like a super big K-pop stan. Being a K-pop stan, as I said, is knowing everything about the group, from their favorite food to their birthdays to their brother sister names to their sibling names, without showing or exhibiting Sasang like behavior. So being a big K-pop stan is just standing a group super hard, not knowing how big their private parts are. That's just completely stupid and out of proportion. The next opinion is armies most of the time only pay attention to the maknae line, that is Taehyung, Jungkook and Jimin. They don't pay much attention to the other members. I cannot confirm this since I'm not an army. I don't stand BTS, but I do like some of their songs. But as my friend says, most of the army she knows um, only pay attention to the maknae line, that is Taehyung, Jimin and Jungkook, and it's completely wrong to only pay attention to certain members instead of the whole group. I know there are people, they like a member and they bias them, but this is completely different from having a bias. When you have a bias, you have that bias and you also like the other members of the group as well, so you get bias wrecked. But these people, these armies as per se, they are literally what you call it, they are like solo standing, but it's completely not solo standing. It's like standing the group but only a few members and not the group as a whole. I know that a lot of people say other fandoms also do this, and there are people, I haven't experienced it with fans, but I know that there are people who do this, stand only certain members of the group while leaving the other members out. You, as a K-pop stan, get into a group and you must stand the whole group and you must like the whole group and you must follow the whole group. You must, love every member equally of that group. Only if the member, gives off a bad vibe or has done something bad or something, like Jimin from AOA, then you can, per se not stand that member of the group. But if the member is just, a normal member of the group and you just purposely not paying attention to them and, not giving them any attention and not liking them as much as you like the other members, then that's completely wrong, because you have to focus on every member of the group as a whole. Because all these members, they debut from idols into the same group for you to love them, and you need to love every member equally. You shouldn't be paying attention to one member and then, um, what you call it, leaving the other member out. Then that member remains underrated, because people, they solo stan, or they stan just certain members of the group. Even though I'm kind of annoyed by solo stans and people who stan certain members of the groups, I find it okay as long as you are paying attention to other members as well. Supposing if you say you have an ultimate bias in a group, like my ultimate bias is Jennie Kim from Blackpink, Baekhyun from EXO, and Medic Jin from Girl Kind. And even though they are my ultimate biases, I still pay attention to the other members of EXO, Blackpink, and Girl Kind. Even though I haven't stand EXO properly, I still pay attention to them. Sometimes I forget about Baekhyun or some of the members, but I still pay attention to them when I figure out they have comebacks and stuff. I don't solo stand or anything, so that's a good thing. Because if you want to solo stand or just pay attention to some members of the group, be respectful and pay attention to the other members as well too. Don't just pay attention to certain members just because you want to and just because you feel like it. You should pay attention to every single member of the group and give every member equal popularity, so that one member is not popular than the other, and all members, they equally rise in popularity. So the next opinion is Blackpink gets hyped up a lot. I agree with this opinion. I know for a fact Blackpink is overhyped, but I don't think it's only Blackpink. I think it's BTS too, because if you look at the channel K-Buzz, they talk about different news and stuff related to Twice, ITZY, Red Velvet, Everglow, Oh My Girl, G-Friend, and even soloists like Taeyeon, Chungha, Sunmi, etc. But the most they talk about is BTS and Blackpink, and they're a verified channel. And even when they post on their community tab and all, their pictures will be mostly related to BTS or Blackpink. So, and even if you look at Western media channels like Clever News, they talk about BTS and Blackpink, and they don't talk about any other K-pop group at all. And I know that they are overhyped, because if you notice that Blinks and Armies are a huge fandom, and the most huge fandom, since BTS and Blackpink are the biggest K-pop groups worldwide. And since they're the biggest K-pop groups worldwide, people will, look at this as a trend, since BTS and Blackpink are relevant, and then they will make videos uploaded to YouTube about BTS and Blackpink, and then they will make videos that will get millions of views. And that is the main reason BTS and Blackpink get overhyped, because people make content related to them, not because they want to, but because they want clout and views, since BTS and Blackpink are trendy and relevant and worldwide popular. And I'm not sure if this is true, but there could be Blinks and Armies who stand BTS and Blackpink because they're a trend and they're relevant, because people, like hopping on trends. I've noticed that since I know a lot of people, I know that people, whenever they listen to music like Latin music or English music, American music, Western music and stuff, or even K-pop songs, they listen to the today's top hits, or they listen to the songs that are popular, and they don't really give attention to underrated songs, because they listen to what's relevant and what's trendy. So that's why I believe that BTS and Blackpink are overhyped because of this, because they're trendy and they're relevant, and fans, listen to them just because they're trend, make videos about them, talk about them, stream their songs, check out their songs, listen to the song because it's trendy and popular. I, as a K-pop stan and a Western music stan and a stan of all language musics, I know this is true, that a lot of people just listen to what's popular and what's trending, and they don't really check out underrated songs and stuff, or songs by different artists. Like I do that. I check out songs from different artists, because I get annoyed when a song gets overplayed at parties, overplayed on the radio, overplayed like this, because it's popular, it gets overhyped, and then I get annoyed because that was such a good song when I listened to it, but then it got so overhyped that I started to hate it. That's the same thing with BTS and Blackpink. I'm so glad that me as a Blink, I'm not getting angry or annoyed or unstanding Blackpink only because they're getting overhyped. I still love them a lot. This is why I think BTS and Blackpink are overhyped, because people follow trends. They like to follow what's trending, what's perfect. They like to fit in with people and stuff. There are very rare amount of people who act different, and their music style, I mean music listening taste, their trending style. They don't like to follow trends, they look at things differently and stuff. But a lot of people, they follow trends, they look at the same things over and over again. That's why BTS and Blackpink get overhyped, because people follow trends, and that's why people make BTS and Blackpink overhyped. The next opinion is, I like Jennie's singing more than her rapping. This is completely untrue, because Jennie is my ultimate bias. When I was first into K-pop with Twice's Cheer Up, that's what got me into K-pop. I started to stan Blackpink, which was the first girl group I ever stan. And when I was on the road to biasing Jennie, I was unsure if Jennie was going to be my bias or no. My sister, who's also K-pop fan, told her friend who's also K-pop fan that Jennie's my bias, and I literally, WhatsApped him telling him she's not my bias and I'm not sure as yet. But then I started to like her so much more than the other members. Her gorgeousness, her charisma, her attitude, her rapping skills, her singing skills, her look, everything I started to like about her in the MVs and Blackpink songs. And then I started to love her so much that I made her my bias. And now she became my ultimate bias, mainly because of this reason, and I continue to support her. Now, I do not completely agree with the fact that her singing is better than her rapping. Sure, she sings amazingly, but her rapping skills are also amazing. I like Lisa's rapping a little bit more than Jennie, but I do not completely hate Jennie's rap. Like, Jennie's singing and rap both coexist amazingly with each other. Like, her rapping in solo with her singing voice is top tier. She has an amazing singing voice, and she has an amazing rapping voice. I feel like she's like the Nicki Minaj of K-pop. Like, Nicki Minaj can rap and can sing amazingly. She does both amazingly. So does Jennie do the same thing. I'm not saying she's the Nicki Minaj of K-pop. I'm just saying she's like the Nicki Minaj but of K-pop. She can sing, she can rap, and she can even dance amazingly. Like, Jennie is like top tier triple threat goddess. She is the most amazing, most pure soul on this entire planet. You do not know how much I love her and how much I think she's amazing. The hate she gets is undeserved. She doesn't deserve it. One day I'm going to meet her, one day I'm going to hug her, one day I'm going to tell her how amazing she is, and I'm going to, make a card for her or something. She's beautiful, she's amazing, she's talented, and she's the best thing ever in K-pop. The last opinion for this video is Dynamite wasn't good. Now, this opinion I completely wholeheartedly agree on. I've already talked about how Dynamite wasn't good on my previous unpopular K-pop opinions video, but I'll talk about it again since my friend said this. And even though I'm not an army, please do not come and bash me in the comments just because I said I don't stand BTS. Now, this is a reasoning I'm going to give as I gave in my previous unpopular K-pop opinions video. I'll give the same reasoning. Now, even though I'm not an army and don't stand BTS, I vibe with a lot of BTS songs, especially the more vocal, emotional songs like Butterfly, Jamis Who, Life Goes On, Your Eyes Tell, Stay Gold, and all. And those songs are amazing. And I really love those songs. But when I heard Dynamite, I was actually thinking it was gonna be amazing like Boy With Love, because I loved Boy With Love. I thought it was such a bop. But then when I heard Dynamite, I was like, meh, it was kind of boring for me, because even though it was their first English song, it was super, super boring. Like, the only reason it was boring was the lyrics. I know it was supposed to be a feel good song, a nice, upbeat, fun song, but BTS are really amazing when it comes to lyrics. I don't know who writes the lyrics for them, but when they write lyrics, it's like top tier lyrics. They actually have those, high quality, proper, professional lyrics. But when I heard Dynamite, I was like, these lyrics sound like they were written for a more younger audience or something like that, because the lyrics felt really cheesy and plain and stuff. I don't mean this in a bad way, I just mean to say that BTS could have made an amazing song like Dynamite. I mean, could have made Dynamite into an amazing song with amazing lyrics, but they may have taken the safe route as their first English song and something, and being it their first English song, they could have came up with something better. I didn't vibe with Dynamite, and I still don't vibe with Dynamite, mainly because of this, that the lyrics were bad and stuff. The instrumental was fine, the song was fine, the MV was actually really fun and colorful, and was really, had that really nice aesthetic. But the lyrics, on the other hand, for me were a little bit too plain and a little bit too boring. I actually sometimes, find the song catchy, but I don't really like the song, and that's why I feel like this song could have been better with better lyrics. And overall, just the lyrics were the main problem that made me not like this song at all. So I hope you enjoyed the video, because that's all for today's video, and I hope that none of the opinions were triggering for you, especially the Dynamite by BTS one, because I wanted to be true and honest with my opinions but not hurt or trigger anyone in any way. I hope that you sub to my channel if you're new, and if you're an old subscriber, I hope that you continue stay subbing to me, because I'll be releasing a third unpopular K-pop opinions video. I thought that this was only going to be a part 1 and a part 2, since my friends send me a lot of opinions. But my other friend commented on a video of mine where I asked people to tell me the K-pop unpopular opinions and gave me more opinions. So I'll be releasing a part 3 of 5 more opinions, and I hope that you stay tuned and you stay safe and you continue washing your hands. Goodbye. 고맙다.